often imitated, never duplicated. Denny Ostopowicz and the Denny Ostopowicz Polka Show. Polka-powered radio on your much more polka music station. WBCB, Levittown, Fairless Hills, Trenton.
9:53 our time, and wow, emails and dedication requests are quickly coming in. We got a phone caller right now as well. We'll get to you. Let's see. Frank and Mary checked in way on early in the show and it got lost. I apologize that, Frank and Mary. They wanted to hear me, Denny O, with I Love to Polka With You, an original with my cousin Al Borowski, and myself collaborated on this, copyrighted it, and thank you for requesting it. It's becoming quite popular, Frank and Mary. Also for John and Catherine, and also Evelyn McManaman checked in as well, and wanted to hear I Love to Polka With You. All right, we're going to continue with the music.
It's the Denny Show.
The Denny Show.
So it's Denny's Polka.
Up top?
Oh, wait. Oh, that's for Frank and Mary. They love this song, and I'm sure a lot of other people do.
I Love to Polka With You. As I said, by the way, my cousin Al Borowski is going to be calling in between 10:30 and 11:30. So there is a cousin that we collaborated together. .54, we're going to be quickly breaking for news, and then we'll be back for the final hour of this Saturday, May 11th edition of the Denny O Polka Show. And John and Karen checked in and said, you played your I Love to Polka With You, but didn't you have a country song that you and your cousin collaborated on? And yeah, I did. So can you play that one? All right. We have What Key Do You Dream In?
to picking my guitar all day and half the night, trying to get the music and the words to come out right. While I'm playing, my wife's saying, you're a good-for-nothing bum, 'cause instead of looking for a job, all you do is sit and strum. This damn song will drive me crazy, it better be a hit. If I don't make some money soon, my wife will throw a fit. I keep writing, we keep fighting, but in bed it's plain to see that my mind is working overtime when my wife asks me, what key do you dream in? Is it sharp or is it flat? You keep moving while you're sleeping like a fidgety old cat. First you're humming, then you're snoring, keeping time with your feet. What key do you dream in? 'Cause you sleep to a rock and roll beat. In the middle of the night, as the song runs through my head, I've got to write it down, so I jump right out of bed. My wife's screaming 'cause I'm streaming through the bedroom in the dark, looking for a pen and paper while my wife and dog both bark. This damn song will drive me crazy, it better be a hit. If I don't make some money soon, my wife will throw a fit. I keep writing, we keep fighting, but in bed it's plain to see that my mind is working overtime when my wife asks me, what key do you dream in? Is it sharp or is it flat? You keep moving while you're sleeping like a fidgety old cat. First you're humming, then you're snoring, keeping time with your feet. What key do you dream in? 'Cause you sleep to a rock and roll beat. What key do you dream in? Is it sharp or is it flat? You keep moving while you're sleeping like a fidgety old cat. First you're humming, then you're snoring, keeping time with your feet. What key do you dream in? 'Cause you sleep to a rock and roll beat. What key do you dream in? Is it sharp or is it flat? You keep moving while you're sleeping like a fidgety old cat.
The Polka family and Ijalala here on the Denny Polka Show. 10:46 our time, and special treat for you boys and girls. You heard a little bit earlier, I love to polka with you, and mentioned that my cousin Al Borowski and I, we collaborated on this back in the early 90s. Well, I do have my cousin on the phone. Al, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Happy to be here with you.
It's been a long time since we've seen each other.
It sure has been.
Yeah. We did this back in, I would say, around 91, 92, somewhere around there. I love to polka with you, and what key do you dream in? And there was a third one. It was a slow song. I'm looking for my CD here, and I can pull that one up and see what that was.
Well, I think there were 4 of them. The slow one was probably Mary Lou.
No, You Feel So Good in My Arms.
Okay. Can I tell a story about that one?
Absolutely.
This is my favorite story about I Love to Polka with You. I wrote the slow song that you referred to. I Want to Get Closer to You, and when you played it, I was just a little bit disappointed because it sounded to me like a polka. And I said, that's a great sound, but the words just didn't fit the polka beat that it had. So what I did is I went back and I took the melody that you created and wrote the words to I Love to Polka with You. And then we went back and did I Want to Get Closer to You as a slow song. So that was the origin of I Love to Polka with You.
How about that? Yeah. And
I remember that.
And another big requested song on my show is What Key Do You Dream In? What's the story behind that one?
Well, that's a true story. I guess I do dream to a polka beat or a rock and roll beat or a country beat because when we're in bed and I'm half asleep or asleep, my wife punches me and said, stop moving and stop shaking. So I got up and wrote the song.
Yeah, your wife, Mary Lou. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, isn't her birthday November 14th?
Yes, it is.
That happens to be my birthday, too.
That's right. I forgot about that. Terrific.
Yeah, and another little family story. When you, if I remember serves me correctly again, when you and Mary Lou got married and went on your honeymoon, you actually ended up spending your honeymoon at my parents' house with us.
Oh, yeah, I still remember that. We got to Beach Haven, New Jersey, one of my favorite places in the world, and she got violently ill, and I actually got a couple of extra blankets from the place where we were staying, wrapped her in these blankets, and no idea what to do, so we came to your mother and father's place. That's wild that you remember that.
Yeah, like it was yesterday. So you are a Nanticoke born and bred Nanticokean, if you will.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you could tell a lot of stories about growing up in Nanticoke. And I was born there as well, but grew up in Levittown. And you actually came down and taught here in Bristol Township Schools for a while.
Absolutely. Ben Franklin Junior High School.
Yeah, and you said you went to school with Joe Stanky?
Yes, I did. He and I graduated from Nanticoke High School in 1960, and I've got a story to tell about Stanky. Stanky loved Bobby Rydell, and he used to call himself Stanky Rydell. Well, he and I were good friends, and he was, I don't want to say he was the class clown, but he was a lot of fun to be around. And on the final day of class, we had something called Class Day. And I was sitting in my seat watching all of the goings-on for this event, and then they brought out Joe Stanky, and he played the violin to a classical number. And I just sat in that seat and cried like a baby. I had no idea that Joe could play such a classical violin, and it just tore me up. Then that's history. He went on with his polka and country music, and he did very well for himself.
Yeah, he did. He from time to time he comes into Trenton, New Jersey, and plays a polka party or two. Sometimes, I'll sit in with him. A great musician and a great band.
Great guy.
Both he and John. And I understand that you were on John's TV show?
Well, the local public broadcasting system in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, put on a production called Our Town Nanticoke. And they actually had John Stanky and the coal miners featured on that show. I did a portion of the show where I gave some of my experiences working in the mines there. And Joe just happened to be there, and so I got to talk with him for a while, got a couple of pictures with him. And on that show, they announced that John had been elected or inducted into the International Polka Association Hall of Fame. So that was quite a treat to see him get that honor.
I'm sure it was. Well, Al, I'm going to have to run on you. Thank you for calling, and let me know when you're in Nanticoke, and we can hook up for maybe a nice family reunion.
Absolutely. I look forward to it. By the way, is Bob a drummer?
Bob Saharsky?
Yeah.
No, he's a bass player.
I saw him keeping a beat there for a while. So.
No, he's a bass player.
There you go.
Actually, he's my bass player, too.
Good.
And Kevin Kelton is my drummer.
Okay.
But appreciate you checking in. And
Okay, great. Good talking to you, Denny.
all right, take care, Al.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Al Borowski.